Has your doctor told you that you have osteoarthritis or joint degeneration? Don't worry, today we're going to talk about hip pain and some solutions for it. Hi, I'm Lisa Salem, physiotherapist and physical trainer here at Rosita Longevity, the app that helps you live a pain-free life through physiotherapy and training. Being diagnosed with osteoarthritis doesn't mean your condition necessarily will get worse. Why? Because there are things you can do to help reduce your pain. So today, together, we will learn some exercises to help you gain mobility, strengthen muscles, and improve stability to support your hip joint. What materials are we going to need? For these exercises, we're going to need some space in your living room, a sturdy chair, a block or a hardcover book, a ball or a firm cushion, whatever you've got at home, and keep a towel by your side because we may need one. Press pause, and when you have everything, let's get right into it. Exercise 1, internal rotation with block. We're going to use the block and keep that towel by your side because we may need it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to sit back, nice and tall, back against the armchair, and we are going to put the block in between our knees. Okay? The reason that we may need a towel is because our feet need to be off the ground. So if you find that you aren't off the ground, your feet are nice and firm on the ground, we need to bring that knee up, okay? So what we're going to do with the towel, we're going to roll it up and we're going to put it underneath our leg, just like that. So that way, our foot is off the ground and it's dangling, okay? So here we're going to put the block in between our knees to stabilize our knees. And we're going to work on internal rotation of our hip. Sometimes when we have a bit of pain or a bit of osteoarthritis in our hip, our internal rotation gets a little bit affected, gets a little bit rigid, and the range of motion tends to come down a little bit. So today we're going to work just that internal rotation of that hip. So what are we going to do? We're going to support that block in between our knees, and we're going to rotate our leg in internal rotation. Now you might find that my foot goes out, but my thigh, if you focus on your thigh, on your leg, you see how it rotates in. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on. So we're going to get prepared. We're going to put all the things together. Grab your block or book. If you've got a book, you can just hold it here to make sure your knees are nice and stable. Okay? Fantastic. Let's go. We're going to do 10 rotations as we bring our foot out. Ready, prepared, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Now you might find a bit of feeling of rigidness or a bit of tightness in that hip, okay, but that's okay. What you don't want to be feeling is any pain. Sometimes a little bit discomfort is okay, but no pain, okay? We want to get to that end range. We want to look for that end range. Okay, let's go to the other side. So if your foot's not dangling off the floor, we need to put that support underneath our knee, okay? So that way it's nice and dangly. You can also sit on a higher chair or even on a table, or if you've got a stool at home, it can be done on a stool as well. What we're looking for is that our foot is off the ground and it's nice and dangly. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Working on that internal rotation of that hip, and you may find that one has a little bit more motion than the other. So make note that one is a little bit more, has more range of motion in one than the other. So we're going to work that one a little bit more. So we're going to change to the other side, and we're going to make note that maybe one side is a little bit more mobile. So make a note. It's always good to know, have that connection with your brain to note that, hey, one side I've got a little bit more mobility than the other. So we're going to go again. Let's try to get a little bit more range of motion in there, and let's bring it out, that foot, and work on internal rotation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it out as much as you can. 9 and 10. Fantastic. Feel that internal rotation. We're going to go to the other side. Like I said, you may feel that one side's a little bit more than the other. With me, this side, I've got a little bit less internal rotation, so we're going to work on it a little bit more. I'm going to make note of it. I'm going to try to bring it out as a little bit more each time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice controlled motion. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic. Well done. Exercise 2, hip hike on block. We're going to put the block on the ground on the side of the chair. We've got the chair there as a support. We're going to put ourselves, we're going to step onto the block and put ourselves on the block. Okay, we have one leg dangling off the block. The leg that I have on the block needs to be nice and straight. And here we're going to put our hands on our hips. We've got one to stabilize on the chair and the other one on our hips. And here we're going to work a little bit of our hip muscles and a bit of the stability of our hips. And what we're going to do, we're going to try to bring our foot down to the ground and up, down and up. As you can see, if you can imagine a line here, my hip goes down and it goes back up to the place where it started. It levels up again. Okay. Now, if you're finding this position, you're finding a bit of pressure on that hip, that's fine. You can also do it without the block. So I'm going to show you both options. You can do it without the block and just bring your hip up and down, up and down. It's for you to choose. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to put ourselves onto the block and we are going to go down 10 times and try to touch the ground with our foot. The important thing here is that this leg is straight, okay? We don't want to bend the knee because at the end of the day, it's a knee flexion and not a hip mobility, okay? I'm sure you can see that difference. I'll do it again. If I bend my knee, I'm bending my knee and it's a knee flexion, or if I do it without the bent knee, it's a hip mobility. Okay, fantastic. Let's get onto the block. We're all prepared, nice and supportive by the chair. And we're going 10. Let's go all together. 1, 2, 3. Bringing that hip back up. 4. Bring it down to the floor. 5, 6. Feel that hip, how it goes down. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic. Well done. Okay, let's go to the other side. Put ourselves on the other side. And we're doing 10. Let's go. 1, 2. Now you might find that one hip is a little bit more rigid than the other. 3. It's good to note. 4, 5. That way we can work it a little bit more. Bit of awareness there in those hips. Fantastic. We're going 8, 9. Keep that leg straight. And 10. Exercise 3. Ball hip abduction against wall. I have a chair here, so you're going to have a wall next to you. You're going to put yourself against the wall. I'm going to show you first. So we're going to put the ball against the wall. We're going to put ourselves in a runner position, just like this. Good. And we are going to work a bit of our hip stability and our hip muscles. Okay, here what we're going to do is push that ball against that wall. Okay, we're going to do some pushes. Do a couple of second push. 1, 2, and relax. I'm going to push. 1, 2, and relax. Okay, so go put yourself against the wall and we're going to work it together. All prepared? We're going to put the ball, like I said, we start off with a runner position. Knee bent, nice and tall. We're not crouched over. Relax those shoulders. And we're going to push that knee against that ball, against that wall. And we're going to go 10. 1, 2. We're going to hold it a little bit, a couple of seconds each push. Good. We're going 4, 5, 6, 7. We're working on abduction. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it a couple of seconds and relax. Fantastic. Well done. You're going to feel a bit of activity here, but you're also going to feel some activity here because it's going to stabilize your hips. The pushing against in abduction, and also this hip's going to need to work because we're stabilizing that hip. Okay, we're going to go to the other side. Okay, so you need to turn around if you're against the wall. We're putting ourselves in that runner position. We're putting that leg against the ball that's against the wall. Okay, and we're pushing. We're pushing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice controlled push. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic. Well done. Exercise 4, hip flexor stretch in chair. We're going to sit nice and straight on the chair. And we're going to twist. We're going to turn. And we're going to bring one leg back. Fantastic. Here we're going to feel a nice stretch in the hip flexors. That sometimes when we have a bit of pain in our hip flexors, because we're in a protective posture, it's really good to stretch it out. Okay, so feel that stretch in the hip flexors in this front area of your thigh and of your hip. Now we can help this stretch a little bit more by bringing that hand up. My other hand is supported on the chair, and we're going to do nice 3 deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. Breathe in, feel that stretch, and out. One more breath in, and out. Good. Let's do the other side. We're going to turn. We're going to do a nice twist. Support ourselves on the back of the chair. We're going to bring that leg back, and we're going to feel a nice stretch here in the flexors. Fantastic. We're going to bring that arm up, and we're going to extend up, and we're going to feel a nice stretch from the front of our leg all the way up to the top of the front of the body, up to our hands. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Should feel any discomfort here. If you do, you can bring your hands down on your hips without any problems. Breathe in. Last big breath in and out. Fantastic. Well done. Good on you. I hope you enjoyed your hip session today. For more exercise like this, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, Rosita Longevity. Comment below and let us know how you went. We'd love to hear your feedback.